The word cancer is definitely a word that may cause fear to all of us. My own mother was diagnosed with thyroid cancer at age 48. Who could ever plan on how they'll react once we learn one of our loved ones have been diagnosed with cancer? Of course, many others like myself all know it's really hard to accept and deal with. All we can do is hope for the best and become more aware of what kind of cancer they have. Luckily, with all the resources we have out there, we are able to research about the different types of cancers out there. Today I will inform you about thyroid cancer, the different types of thyroid cancer, and also the treatments available. According to the Thyroid Cancer Survivors Association, thyroid cancer is a disease in which cancer cells are found in tissues in our thyroid glands. Our thyroid glands are located at the base of our necks. The causes of thyroid cancer are not well known. According to the American Cancer Society, one thing that may cause thyroid cancer is when there are certain changes in a person's DNA that may cause thyroid cells to become cancerous. We all inherit DNA from both of our parents, and in some cases, some of the DNA we may inherit may be damaged. Thyroid cancer is also more common in women than it is in men. After looking at what thyroid cancer is, let's look at the different classifications of thyroid cancer. According to the National Cancer Institute, there are 4 different types of thyroid cancer: papillary, follicular, medullary, and anaplastic. Papillary, which is the most common type of thyroid cancer, begins with the follicular cells and grows slowly. Most people who are diagnosed with this early can be treated and cured. Follicular, which is the second most common type, is just like the papillary thyroid cancer. It begins in the follicular cells, grows slowly, and can be cured if treated early. Medullary, which is not common, begins in the C cells and can make abnormally high levels of calcitonin. If diagnosed early, it can be easier to control before it spreads to the rest of the body. This type of cancer sometimes runs in the family. It may be caused by a gene passed from our parents called RET. Anaplastic, which is the least common type of thyroid cancer, is more common with people over 60 and begins in the follicular cells of the thyroid. This type of cancer cell tends to grow quickly and is very hard to control. Now we all know the different types of thyroid cancer, and let us see the different symptoms and treatments for thyroid cancer. According to Dr. Melissa Stopler, the most common symptoms include a lump that can be felt from the throat, trouble swallowing, throat or neck pain, swollen lymph nodes, cough, and also vocal changes. Dr. Stopler also suggests the most common form of treatment for thyroid cancer that has not spread to other parts of the body is surgery. Radiation therapy, chemotherapy, and radioactive iodine treatments are also great ways to treat this type of cancer. We all now have a better understanding of the symptoms and treatments for thyroid cancer. Now we should at least know the warning signs to look for if anyone we know is having any of these symptoms listed by Dr. Stopler. I have given you information about thyroid cancer and what may cause it. Also, I listed the 4 main classifications of thyroid cancer. Finally, I gave you information about the common symptoms and treatments. All this information I wish I would have known before I learned that my mom had thyroid cancer. Let us all be more aware of this horrible sickness. Who knows if anyone you know will be ever diagnosed.